Considering new lineup, guys coming back from injuries, not about as good as it can go.
Yeah. We talked about readiness at the beginning and the noon game and all of that stuff. I think Eric Gordon set the tone tonight with his relentless downhill play. Defensively, he was after it. And then Christian slowly kind of got into the game after being out for a while. But that first group, I was concerned because these games, like I said, pregame are different. And this is our 6th game in 9 days. And yeah, they were ready. We were definitely ready for this game and got off to a good start and kept the momentum throughout the whole game, which is something, we've had dips in our play, and we didn't really have a big dip tonight.
You talk about your young guys all the time, but Josh, KJ, Alfie, is it now game can you expect them to produce like
I wouldn't say expect it, but they're becoming dependable players, and that's what you want. You want guys you can depend on to make the right play, to be in the right spot, to produce when they're in the game. So maybe I do expect it. maybe I do.
AJ, at the beginning of the season in particular, was someone whose minutes were up and down, first double-double of the season today. How have you seen him progress from the start to now?
A lot. He was, again, one of those guys who was here all summer and worked. And like you said at the beginning, his minutes, he had like 4 or 5 minutes. And I think the last time we played them, he played less than 6 minutes. But again, he's becoming super dependable as far as his contribution to the team. His one-on-one defense has gotten so much better, and his help defense has gotten a lot better. And then offensively, he knows what he's trying to do. When somebody drives, he cuts. When he is in the corner and somebody drives, he spaces and knocks down threes. So his picking up of our system, his learning, it's very much attached to his intelligence for sure, but also his hard work. And like I always say, these guys always earn what they get, and he's one of the guys.
Speaking of earning what they get, Garrison Matthews on the Days gets his standard NBA contract. How good was it to see him break through the shooting slump that he was?
Yeah, it was good. He made some big shots for us when we were trying to kind of break away, and he's so confident. I mean, there's no waver in his game, which is good. I love it. That about him. So yeah, he's probably more comfortable now, and but he's playing the same, which is good. And I'm glad I was able to take him out towards the end because he played 35 minutes again, and I'm just killing him with minutes. And he probably loves it, but it's hard.
Ryan Bearfield.
Coach, another energetic game off the bench for David Nwaba. I know you talk about how much Daniel Tice is a professional, but can you also talk about how David is, such a professional as well, getting those minutes?
Yeah, that's a good point. And I should have mentioned him. He is always ready to play. Hasn't kind of been in the playing group and just gives us energy. He steals balls. He defends one-on-one. He gets out in transition. Tonight he made a 3 or 2, a 3, and gets to the free throw line. And for us, we want to play fast, and we want to get the ball up the floor quickly. And he's one of the guys who does it, whether it's with the ball or without the ball. So his contribution tonight was really important to us because it's second unit. We're just trying to find the energy, especially at a noon game. And there's always somebody who steps up in these noon games, it seems. And he was one of them.
We'll take 2 more. Mark Berman.
Stephen, what was it like when you told Josh he was going to have his first career start? And kind of what goes into your decision-making process to make that call?
Yeah, I didn't even tell him. we just assumed that was what it was going to be. And he assumed, we assumed, and we just wrote it on the board, and he was ready for it. It's probably a special moment for him for sure, and a moment he'll never forget. But since he started the second half of the last game, it's kind of a foregone conclusion that he would start this game if Armani weren't ready to play. So that was probably a conversation I should have had, but I didn't.
Last question, Jackie Matlin.
Hey, Stephen. How do you think Alperen Sengun handled himself defensively today, and what's your main area of focus for his development on that side of the floor?
Yeah, he did a good job. The main development for him is the fouls and trying to stay out of foul trouble, not trying to reach and that kind of thing. And it's a fine balance because he has such good hands. You want him, to be aggressive, but you don't want him to foul. So finding that balance between aggressiveness and fouling. His pick and roll coverage was pretty good. We have to do a better job of protecting behind him because at the beginning of the game, we were switching everything. And then when he came into the game, we weren't switching with his pick and roll. So we have to make sure that the protection behind the coverage is solid, and it wasn't great behind him. So we got to clean that up. But overall, he gives a good effort. He rebounds the ball, and the development will be the fouls.